Hi everybody, this is Agnes from Sediment, and today we have traveled to France Chablis, so let's talk about its beautiful wines. Chablis is part of Burgundy. However, it is separated from Burgundy geographically and is often viewed as a separate wine style or region. Some books dedicated to Burgundy wine do not have a single chapter on Chablis, which is a shame because they truly make great wines here. And in comparison to Burgundy prices of top producer Premier and Grand Cru wines, they are still very, very affordable. Similarly, as in the rest of the Burgundy, vineyards in Chablis are also divided in a specific hierarchy. We have village-level Petit Chablis and Chablis, followed by Premier Cru and Grand Cru at the top. Majority of wines are produced under the village-level category, and theoretically, quality rises as we go up to Premier Cru and Grand Cru levels. There are 7 Grand Cru vineyards in Chablis, but unlike in the rest of the Burgundy, where each Grand Cru has its own appellation, here in Chablis they are all together under one classification. Chablis appellation and oftentimes quality is not only tied to specific sites and exposures, but are also highly linked with specific soil, which is called Region clay. Premier and Grand Cru Chablis and almost all of village Chablis grapes are grown on these chalky, fossilized, mollusk-rich soils, while Petit Chablis is mostly made from grapes grown on Portlandian soils. By true Chablis purists, these soils are believed to be inferior and not capable of producing this pure, crushed oyster shell style Chablis that we all love so much. The most important thing that I have not mentioned yet is that all Chablis wines are white, and all Chablis wines must be made exclusively from Chardonnay grape variety. And for those who say that they do not like Chardonnay at all, I nod along, but for me it really does not make sense. Chardonnay is a non-aromatic grape variety that has the ability of greatly expressing both place of origin and range of winemaking techniques. And it can be very versatile. Even within such a small region that is Chablis, one can find austere, clean and mineral Chardonnay wines offering great refreshment alone or sipped with oysters. But it can also offer creamy, ripe and oak-fermented Chardonnay wines with expressive notes of yellow apple and white florals, perfect for grilled chicken. When it comes to describing classic Chablis nose and palate, I always remember what one of my study mentors told me. Well, it tastes and smells of Chablis. And it really is the case. This wine truly shows where it is from. We might describe it as minerality, whatever that is to each of us. Chalkiness, steely character, with elevated acidity, oftentimes lean body and no influence of new oak. As we go up in quality tier, oak might become more common, however that really is a question of each house style. Premier and Grand Cru wines will often show higher concentration and fuller body than the village Chablis wines, as well as riper yellow fruit and creamier mouthfeel. Petit Chablis is wine that is usually made from the grapes harvested outside highly regarded Region clay. In fact, these soils are called Portlandian. Some see it as fresh and crisp, easy drinking white wine, while others say that the price drop if compared to village-level Chablis is not that significant and therefore prefers the latter. Cheers! There are some classical pairings with Chablis wines such as whole roasted turkey or chicken in creamy sauces, but it also pairs well with something as fancy as lobster. Wide range of fishes such as trout and salmon will be perfect with fresh and crisp Chablis. So will be also fresh oysters. Only note from my side is that these wines represent possibly the cleanest and purest style of Chardonnay. So it seems to me that the classical dishes with clean flavors are best ones to go. Best producers from Chablis are believed to be William Febvre, La Roche and La Chablisienne, which as a cooperative offers great price. There are also Domaine Raveneux and Domaine Vincent d'Avissat, which are sought after and loved by many Chablis and wine lovers. Among some of my favorite producers is Domaine Louis Michel, who makes beautifully pure wines. And even his Premier and Grand Cru wines are made in stainless steel.